All right, bud. Well, we're at our last day, man. You know what I'm saying? It's we came and got you back, got you off the street. Uh, so, what? How did you end up on the street?
Well, a few months ago, I was down here doing construction, and I was drinking a lot, and I ended up meeting a girl, and me and her started hanging out, and I started to get high with her. And unfortunately, between my drinking and smoking, I wound up missing too many days. I lost my job. I lost my apartment the next month because I couldn't afford my rent. And I took what last little bit of money I had and I got myself a tent. And I've been on the streets in the tent ever since.
Damn. What was your drug of choice?
Alcohol and crack cocaine.
Yeah, I know that. I know that all too well. I've got almost 2.5 years clean, so I totally understand that. One of the things about the disease of addiction is that it's cunning and baffling, right? And it's progressive. So I normally have to tread pretty lightly when I'm trying to do work in the streets or trying to help people, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going back to them same areas, you know what I mean? So let me ask you this. What brought you to the North Nashville side? How'd you end up on that side?
I used to live right there on 29th.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So that's how I had come familiar with the area.
Right. Yeah.
And once I had lost my place, I just took everything that I had and put it in a tent down the street.
Wow. And how long had you been staying? Would you say about 2 or 3 months over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I came down here to Nashville, found a place right there on 29th. It was a boarding house,
Mm-hmm.
and I was staying there.
Right.
But I wasn't able to pay my rent, and that's how I wound up on the street.
Wow. So when you go to Baltimore, do you have a plan of like where are you gonna go when you first get there? Are you gonna go straight to your mom's or?
I do have one slight thing that might be a hiccup,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the actual train to get over to Perryville, which
Mm-hmm.
would put me into Cecil County,
Mm-hmm.
which is where my family's at.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain if they run on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So I may possibly end up having to wait until Monday morning to go over there, unless I can find somebody to pick me up from up there.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post something on TikTok and see if we can get somebody to pick you up in Baltimore and bring you, to the county where you gotta go. You let your family know you're coming, and they're pretty excited.
Everybody's excited.
Really?
My Facebook's been blowing up ever since I sat there and told everybody.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. And that's a blessing, bro.
Really
I'm excited for you, man. I truly am. I'm excited for you. I left home years ago because I was drugging and drinking and doing all that shit, right? And I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? And it was pretty cool at first, you know what I mean? Until I started doing a whole lot more drugs. I had just a little bit of money left, not enough to get home, so I called my mama, you know what I'm saying? And she ended up sending me a ticket back, which one thing I will tell you, though, is that, geographical change, the disease of addiction is going to follow you to
because
to
drugs
Maryland.
will always be no matter where we
They're
are.
everywhere.
But when we manage to get ourselves out of the same situation and into a just different environment,
Yeah.
like that's part of the biggest thing right there.
Yeah.
Because you're not sitting there being approached by the same people. It's basically you can sit there and you can create yourself a whole nother personality.
No, absolutely.
You can sit there and everything that you're running away from, you can move forward and nobody knows it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can sit there and you can basically give yourself a fresh start.
Yeah, man. I learned when I came from Albuquerque, New Mexico, back to Tennessee, because I'm originally from New York, right? And I got in trouble in New York. My family moved down here, and then when I got back, when I came back from Albuquerque from messing up down there, because I left Tennessee to go to Albuquerque because I was fucking up, and then when I decided, okay, I'm messing up too bad in Albuquerque, I came back to Tennessee, and of course, you know, the disease followed right along with me, and I was right back doing the same old thing, in and out of prison, in and out of jail all the time. You know, I've managed to pick up some years clean multiple times. The only thing is I never put the effort into the recovery piece, you know. They say, you know, step work, sponsor, meetings, fellowship, service work, right? And this is part of my service work, is giving back to people on the streets and trying to get them, you know, to the solution. You know, it's an amazing thing when you actually, you know, you start to, you know, get your mind and body and soul back, and then all of a sudden, like, things get a little bit clearer and they get a little bit easier, because, man, out there on the streets, that's a full-time job, bro. And it's a hard, I mean, they don't, you know, being on the streets, people don't treat you the same.
Right, and a lot of people, they don't understand what it's like until they're in that position.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. And, you know, it's like when you're out there, half the time, when I was out there, I was too ashamed to ask for money. I couldn't even fly a sign.
It took me a long time to get over that.
Yep, I was too ashamed.
Because it's a pride issue.
Yep, pride and ego. Yep. I would go out and I'd rob somebody before I would fucking ask for money, you know. And then it just got to where, like, I couldn't even be successful even panhandling or robbing. You know, the drugs were more important, you know what I mean?
Well, that's one good thing about me, man. I've never once stolen from anybody.
That's good, man.
I believe in karma too much.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons that I try to give back, because I did, you know, in my addiction. So I'm at a point in life now where, like, I feel stable in my career and my recovery, to where now it's time to go out and hit the trenches and hit the streets and try to bring some people in and, you know, get them into recovery and get them off of the street. And, you know, it's very rewarding, you know what I mean? Because I don't, you know, somebody like you that I just met yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just seeing the desperation in your voice, you know, and giving you some hope. And then seeing you, you know, coming back for the second time, giving you the food and the money, and then coming to get you today, and you're like, yeah, I just want to go back home, you know. That was enough to tell me that I'm doing the right thing, right? But I'm happy for you, because I remember when I was leaving Tennessee, I was so excited to see my family, you know what I mean? So excited to see my family.
I have a niece that I haven't even had the chance to meet yet.
Wow.
She's only 6 months old.
Wow. And you seem like a really good dude. Like, you know.
I am. I just came into the wrong crowd and it drug me down.
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, I don't even feel like myself anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's how I felt. You know what I mean? I was a zombie. Like, you know, what crack did for me when I was doing the drugs was the euphoria lasts, the psychosis lasts, you know, 6 months to a year of being clean. You know, the thoughts, the weird thoughts, it had me crazy for the first 6 months to a year of being clean. You know, always thinking somebody's talking about me, always thinking crazy, and eventually
I deal with that anyways. I'm schizophrenic.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, and that's something I wanted to ask you. So you do suffer from mental illness?
Yes, sir.
Wow. And you said what, schizophrenia?
Schizophrenia and bipolar.
Wow. Yeah, that's one of the things that I noticed out on the streets is so many people suffer from untreated mental illness. And it's a shame, you know, a city such as Nashville, you know, and as much money that's in our city, that there's not more outreach and there's not more people coming out to the streets and trying to reach out to people. I know some, but the homeless population is quadrupled in the past few years, you know, especially with COVID and inflation, and, you know, the cost of living is crazy. Now you can't get an apartment
for a lot of people that are out there, they still haven't even recovered from the tornado.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I was in the same spot that we'll be going to in a little bit when the tornado came through.
Oh, wow.
It missed me by no more than like 30 or 40 yards.
Damn. That's crazy, bro. So, I mean, did you have a job before you know, what kind of work did you say you did?
I do construction.
Yeah, just
I'm
like
a carpenter.
Carpenter. Oh, wow. Well, maybe when you get to Baltimore, maybe we get you some mental health help.
I'm already looking into that.
I think that'd be a start. You know, one of the things I know about recovery is that mental health has to come first. It's impossible to recover without addressing the mental health issues.
And I did make a post about the fact that I'm coming back, and one of my good friends from up there, come to find out, is now a recovery specialist.
Oh, wow.
And she's offering to try and get me help up there as well.
That's awesome, man.
Like I said, man, you started the ball rolling. Like,
Man, listen, it wasn't me. It was God. I don't know what, bro.
well,
Like,
he
it just...
sent you to me, in my opinion.
Amen, brother. And I appreciate that, man. You know, I don't really, this is all, like, doing interviews and doing this stuff is new to me. And I just want to help people, right? But I thought by doing the interviews and recording, I can reach more people. And, so maybe inspire other people to find people like yourself and invest in them, right? See, because, I put a post on Facebook earlier and it said, when that whisper, and it's a low whisper. See, the disease of addiction talks to you in your own voice, right? And it sounds good. He's like, oh man, don't worry about that. Just go get you another one, right? God, my higher power, talks to me in a it's the littlest voice, very, very little voice, little whisper. And he just says, hey, go help, go. And I just go, you know what I mean? I didn't listen to that voice before. I listened to the disease, but I listened to it yesterday. And then I listened today, not the disease, but that little whisper that said, man, go find him. I had no idea this is what this was going to turn out to today, I mean...
I know, he was the one that told me to be completely honest with you.
Yeah. Well, see,
Any other time, sir, I'm not going to lie to you. I would have lied.
Right.
I would have told you, no, I don't have any addictions, I don't have any of this, I'm this perfect person. But in all reality, I'm not.
Well, no, exactly. Well, I would have known as soon as I knew the $100 was already gone. But listen, the crazy thing is that I'm a recovering addict, so there's more similarities than there are differences, right? We got a thing in the program that we get key tags. Every year we get a different, you get another key tag, right? That multiple year key tag, I've had 4 of them, right? So I've been clean multiple years 4 times, which is crazy to say, but this time I'm fighting to do enough service work and do enough work on myself to get somewhere. But so you excited about catching this bus and getting the hell out of Nashville?
One that's truly been blessed, man.
Man,
Meeting you was the greatest thing that's happened to me.
Wow. Man, I appreciate that, bro.
And I really do mean it when I say you saved my life.
Man, thank you, bro. I love you, man. Your mom's gonna be happy to see you, man. I'm so excited for you. And it breaks my heart that, I can't help more people out there, but just one person today. I was able to get somebody off the street, and that means a lot to me. You're helping me more than I can ever help you, bro. This is my insurance, right? This is my insurance and recovery. I hope to see you on Facebook and,
Absolutely. I'm now following you on TikTok.
Yeah. Can you believe it, man? Like, I just started that account, right? I mean, I figured, I like to see positive things on there. I do. I like to see positive stuff on TikTok and YouTube, right? And there's not enough of it. It's usually guns or, the craziness and negativity and, the stuff that touches my humanity, right? The stuff
I like to listen to a lot of the motivational speakers
right.
and stuff that are on there. And
yeah. I like to hear the nice
stuff on my Facebook and stuff that's like that.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. I'm excited. So, man, we're gonna go ahead and end this interview, bro. I'm glad that we met, and we're gonna get you back in Maryland. Hell yeah. All right, brother.